SpaceX's journey from a small startup to the most dominant company in the space industry over the past 2 decades is a remarkable story. This is not only a reflection of the hard work and creativity of its engineers and teams, but also of Musk's leadership and determination. Throughout its history, SpaceX faced several critical moments where financial struggles and launch failures brought it dangerously close to bankruptcy. In such times where another company might have folded, Musk's commitment saved SpaceX and set it on a path to success. And recently, they have unveiled plans for one of its most significant missions of 2024, which will be the focus of our discussion in today's video. Before we delve deeper, please make sure to subscribe to our channel for future updates on SpaceX's groundbreaking achievements and more. After the Space Shuttle program concluded in 2011, the United States found itself in a position where it could no longer send astronauts to space independently. The Space Shuttle was a reusable spacecraft that served as the workhorse for NASA for over 30 years. It carried astronauts to space and performed satellite deployments and repairs. Despite its achievements, the program faced serious challenges, including the Challenger disaster in 1986 and the Columbia tragedy in 2003, which collectively resulted in the loss of 14 astronauts. In light of these safety issues, combined with the high costs of operations and a shift in focus towards exploring beyond low Earth orbit, the decision was made to retire the shuttle fleet. However, with the retirement of the shuttle fleet in 2011, the U.S. faced a significant gap in its human spaceflight capabilities. As a result, NASA turned to the Russian space agency, Roscosmos, to transport American astronauts to the ISS. This continued until SpaceX introduced its groundbreaking Falcon 9 rocket, equipped with the Crew Dragon spacecraft, offering a new pathway for crewed missions. Had SpaceX not developed the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon, the U.S. would have remained dependent on Russia for access to space. This reliance would have become increasingly problematic, especially in light of the geopolitical tensions following Russia's involvement in the Ukraine conflict. Such circumstances could have made it difficult for the U.S. to keep sending astronauts to space, which is a big disaster. Fortunately, thanks to SpaceX, the United States has not only preserved its standing in the space world, but has also become a leader in both crewed and uncrewed launches. Now SpaceX is preparing for the anticipated Crew 8 mission. This mission is scheduled to launch from Launch Complex 39A at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida tomorrow. The Falcon 9 Block 5 rocket, priced at $67 million, will carry the Crew Dragon spacecraft, named Endeavour, to orbit. This launch vehicle is known for its significant payload capacity, capable of transporting up to 22,800 kilograms to low Earth orbit and 8,300 kilograms to orbit. With a total height of 70 meters and a 13 meters tall fairing, it ranks among the most reliable spacecraft in existence. The Crew Dragon spacecraft, Endeavour, has a history of reliable performance in spaceflight, having previously been used for NASA's SpaceX Demo Mission 2, Crew 2, and Crew 6 missions, as well as Axiom Mission 1. For the Crew 8 mission, SpaceX and NASA have conducted checkouts of all rocket and spacecraft systems. The launch represents SpaceX's 42nd orbital launch attempt in 2024. It also highlights the Falcon 9's 306th mission, further adding to its track record of successful launches. In 2024 alone, SpaceX has already accomplished 18 missions, with the Crew 8 mission being a highlight. In 2023, SpaceX achieved a remarkable milestone by conducting a total of 98 launches, which included both crewed and uncrewed missions. Among these launches, SpaceX continued its tradition of delivering astronauts to the International Space Station, including missions such as Crew 6 and Crew 7, as well as the Axiom 2 mission, which carried a mix of government and commercial astronauts. Notably, the total payload mass delivered to orbit by SpaceX in 2023 was approximately 1.2 million kilograms. Only during the recent Starlink launch on February 25th, the Falcon 9 delivered an unprecedented payload of 172 tons to orbit. SpaceX's ability to maintain a 100% landing success rate for its recovered boosters in 2023 is also very impressive. Musk has indicated that Falcon 9 first-stage boosters could potentially achieve up to 10 flights without major refurbishment, with the possibility of extending their lifespan to 100 flights with periodic refurbishments. The Falcon 9's design allows for the first stage to land on drone ships or ground landing zones. Before SpaceX came up with the idea of reusability, rockets were generally used only once, making space launches extremely costly. For example, the Space Shuttle, despite being partially reusable, required expensive refurbishments and had a high operational cost per launch. The total cost for each Space Shuttle mission was about $450 million in 2011. SpaceX, however, has drastically reduced launch costs through the reuse of its Falcon 9 boosters, with launches potentially costing as low as $62 million. The key to these savings is the ability to land and refurbish the Falcon 9's first stage for multiple launches. Now, discussing rocket reusability without mentioning SpaceX's Starship would indeed be incomplete. Unlike the Falcon family of rockets, which are partially reusable, Starship is designed to be fully reusable. Starship consists of two main components: the Starship spacecraft itself, which serves as the upper stage, and the Super Heavy booster as the first stage. The entire system is designed to be completely reusable, with both the Starship and Super Heavy booster capable of vertical landings after their missions. This contrasts with the Falcon 9, where only the first stage is recovered and reused. The Starship is intended for a wide range of purposes, including crewed missions to the Moon and Mars, satellite deployment, and point-to-point travel on Earth. It has a height of approximately 50 meters and is built from stainless steel, chosen for its durability and ability to withstand the extreme temperatures of space and re-entry. The Super Heavy booster, which will lift Starship into orbit, is about 70 meters tall, making the combined system stand around 120 meters tall. The booster is equipped with multiple Raptor engines, SpaceX's next-generation rocket engine, that uses liquid methane and liquid oxygen as propellants. This choice of propellants is brilliant, as they can potentially be produced on Mars, aiding in the spacecraft's reusability for return journeys from the Red Planet. This gigantic rocket has already undergone 2 orbital test flights in 2023 and is gearing up for its third in early 2024. The company is targeting mid-March for this pivotal test flight. An interesting aspect of this third flight is the planned demonstration of propellant transfer capabilities. This involves transferring cryogenic propellant from a header tank within Starship to its main tank, a critical technology for future missions, including those to the Moon. The ability to transfer propellant in space is vital for the sustainability and feasibility of long-duration space missions, as it allows for the refueling of spacecraft in orbit. SpaceX's long-term vision includes creating a propellant depot in low Earth orbit, which would be refilled by Starship tankers to support lunar lander missions for NASA's Artemis program and beyond. And that's all for today's update. If you enjoyed watching and found it useful, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.